Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I am back with another review. And today we are taking a look at from the clash of the Transformers subline that is available exclusively at Toys R Us and ToysRUs.com. The two-pack of Legion figures, we have Optimus Prime and new mold Megatronus. This will basically be the only pack I'm getting because it's got Megatronus. Now, Megatronus, who is not Megatron, is a new character introduced in the Robots in Disguise 2015 cartoon. And did I mention he is not Megatron? As of this recording, this is really the only. Well, there's one of two toys. This and a mega-sized 5-step changer. That is also a Toys R Us and ToysRUs.com exclusive. Interestingly enough, the little Legion figure here is 5 steps as well. But we'll just pause and I'll give you a quick look at Optimus Prime before we get on to Megatronus. As you can see, Prime is just a straight repaint of the Wave 1 Legion class figure. There is nothing new to this figure at all except a nice coat of paint that at first I thought was very close to the also recently released Ultra Magnus version of the figure, except that the legs are a little bit darker, and what I thought was white, which I'm rubbing my thumb on, is actually a sort of like an ivory gray. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but other than that, the head, which I'm trying to show you here, is done in a very nice metallic paint, which basically is all you can really say about it. It's too small for any real detailing and what have you, but other than that, this is the figure. It does borrow several color cues from the Mega Optimus Prime, the 3-step changing giant robot. So let's take a look at the vehicle mode. And here's Prime in the truck mode. Same vehicle mode as before. You either like it or you don't. Really nothing new here. In fact, a lot of that extra paint detail is kind of lost, and you just get that ivory gray coloring look. There is like a, I do like how the black breaks it up. It's almost really like a brown, like a very light coffee brown color, but I think I'll stick with the ivory gray. But this is just the filler for the pack. Let's get on to the main event, which is Megatronus. I really think the selling point for the clash of the Transformers, Formers 2-packs is Megatronus. In fact, he's the selling point of the whole line. The repaints, or the Warrior class repaints, the other Legion repaints, the other 3-step hyper change, whatever repaints, just don't grab. It's Megatronus, who at the end of the first season, or the first half of the first season, however they break cartoons up nowadays, really ended up being an important character. Unfortunately, the Legion figure is fun to transform, but that's about it. And a lot of my issues have to do with the arms. Because you see, he's got these great broad shoulders that are on ball joints. But as soon as you start to rotate them, as I'm showing you right here, because of the cut of that purple joint where my finger is outlining, it's basically on an angle. So when you rotate the arm up, it kind of breaks up the symmetry, or break up the curve of the arm, and it just makes it look silly when he's holding it up. There's no rotation joint down. There's no way to rotate this around to make it look better. And it's a really sweet weapon that's on the arm, which is removable. We'll get to that in transformation. It's like a cannon with a little bladed hook. I mean, other than that, it has ball-jointed hips, but there's no articulation beneath that, so you're really not going to do much. But it just really stinks with like these simplified figures. The simplest thing a figure should be able to do, is stand and point its weapon. And when it really has a hard time doing that, it takes me out of the enjoyment of the figure. Megatronus does transform into a nondescript H-tank of sorts. So first thing what you want to do is a little bit of parts forming. You just want to go ahead, remove this cannon, and then plug it here in the back. And once you do that, what you want to do is press down on the back of the cannon, and that will actually, in a non-instruction mentioned feature, raise the cannon barrel up. That does make it easier to do the next step, which is rotating the hips around. I think I might be doing this a little bit out of order, but if you don't raise that barrel up, which I only discovered you can do accidentally, um, you will not be able to rotate the wrist uh, until before you'll have to rotate the wrist before you attach the barrel. Next, what you want to do is go ahead, rotate these shoulder panels up. Don't worry right now about the positioning, um, because basically you can do is uh, they'll straighten themselves out once you transform the legs. Which what you want to do is just go ahead, rotate these around. These will sort of friction into place, lining up with the shoulder there. But what's nice is the arms will then swing down and lock everything in. You want to do that on this side as well. Just going up like that, rotating the arm down, and there we have Megatronus in its vehicle mode. Like I said, it's a little H-tank. You know, you still have the purple and black, a couple extra silver highlights here, and it does roll quite nicely. Um, Personally, this is what sold the set for me. I do think it is a little bit better of a figure than Optimus Prime, just because of the additional weapon, but that doesn't mean Optimus Prime isn't that bad. With 2 packs, you kind of really want to hope that there's enough in each figure to make it worthwhile to buy the set, or at the very least, one figure is just so wonderful and so great that it sells the set and covers the shortcomings of the second figure. And really, with this set, you get a combination of the two. Megatronus as a standalone new character is great, and as of this recording, I'm not sure if the Legion Megatronus figure will be released individually. So, as of right now, this is the only way to get it. But with the issues with the arms, the you know the lack of articulation, it kind of takes down the must-have a few notches. But then the Optimus Prime figure is a solid toy, and the coloring is just unique enough that it might make it worthwhile to double dip. Now, let me just say, if you don't own a Legion Optimus Prime, then absolutely pick this setup, because this and this mold are both worth it. I got this set off of ToysRUs.com. It's available there. It's available in store. If you try to look elsewhere, you might encounter some price gouging, since this is a Toys R Us exclusive under the Clash of the Transformers Formers line. And I apologize for doing it. It's just so funny. But yeah, that's about it. It's your old pal Chuck for Optimus Prime and Mega. Don't call me Tronus. We'll see you next time.